morning. $75 hard, day -5. -5 means 5 days ago I decided to start the challenge and I've not started yet due to poor weather conditions and my addiction to coffee. Actually, weather is irrelevant, it's the coffee mainly. Discovering my attachment to having my daily highs. It has a strong grip on me. What can I say? I'm just on a walk, and today was meant to be one of the days when I start. Until the morning comes and the bed is so comfy and the coffee is so tasty, and yeah, delayed again. But somehow it's this weird thing, like I'm not justifying myself, but somehow it's perfect, and somehow I am perfectly delayed because I've been re-listening to the 75 Hard episode on Andy Frisella's podcast, where he talks through what this challenge is about, and I think I've listened to it twice, but I've not listened to it recently, and now I'm hearing it differently, and I'm really hearing the mental toughness part and reflecting on my previous challenge and how I was approaching it. I was literally going, like, trying to go through it so I can like prove, look, I've completed it, 75 days. But what I really lost was the mental toughness part. And that was actually one of the reasons why I wanted to restart, because I stopped and I kind of went back my old ways, and I'm like, what did I learn from this program? Because okay, maybe it's hard to see a progress on oneself. Of course there has been changes and progress, but it hasn't been as significant as I would have wanted to. And I'm like, I once wrote a quote, quoting myself: sometimes you have to go your old ways to discover new paths. And this is literally what happened. Like, I'm going back my old ways and I'm like, fuck, I've been here before. It's like, it's not the path that I want to be walking, you know? And this return back to the old ways is like a wake-up call. It's like, fuck, this is familiar. And then it's like, okay, fuck, I have to go back, you know? I need to course correct. So I just want to show you where I am. What a peaceful paradise. So now I'm reflecting, you know, 75 days, I've done that. And what level of presence had I brought to that made me not really embody the lessons and teachings fully? So firstly, I didn't really reflect as I was going along. I was kind of going through the motion, and that's huge. That's so huge. Because a lot of the times we think that, oh, we're doing something, you know, it's great. But actually, what's the quality of presence that we bring into the thing? Are we truly present? Anyway, am I truly present? And clearly I wasn't. And now the thing that's perfect right now, that I'm delaying and postponing, that brought me to this moment now where I'm re-listening to the podcast and really getting a grip on what this is about. It's not about just going through the motion and completing it and like getting an ego boost of like, oh, I've completed this challenge, look at me. But it's really about developing that mental toughness. I've realized like at times like my challenge was easy. And I'm like, why was it easy? Because I was making it easy for myself, you know? And in the podcast, he talks about, you know, at some point in the challenge, if you do it properly, you want days like this one right now, because then you can be the only one, you know, running in the park, knowing that you're a hard motherfucker, and that no matter the weather, no matter the circumstances, you can just, you know, be your best still, like you're not defeated. So yeah, having some reflective time as I'm walking, as I'm listening, and I felt like sharing to kind of, I felt really bad for not starting it, and now I'm like reflecting on how is this perfect, you know, how is my inaction perfect, how is my delay perfect. And I really love this question that I've learned from my mentor and friend. He would say, what is this perfect for? Because everything is perfect for something. How beautiful is that? What a beautiful perspective. Everything is perfect for something. Like, yeah. So looking at that, reflecting, and committing to start tomorrow. And then my mind goes, oh, but why tomorrow? It has to be today, you know? What kind of example are you, you know? The moment is now. And I'm like, sorry, I already failed the challenge, because one of my criteria is no caffeine, which I think it's interesting because it was easy after some time when I stopped, and I didn't even needed it, I didn't even wanted it. And then where I was going with that, anyway, I developed back the habit, but it's this first step, I guess, that's a bit tricky and challenging. But yeah, I'm starting tomorrow, and that's my word to you, universe, God, people. Yeah, just wanted to share that everything is perfect for something, and give myself also a pep talk, because I've been like I'm such a loser. I said I'm gonna do it and I'm not doing it. It's minus day 5. And also like observing this interesting human nature, you know. I'm about to go into 75 days of like clean living, healthy living. And my mind goes like, oh, let's have some beers, let's have some chocolate. You know, it's like in the survival mode of like, we need to have as much fun, as much treats as we can. Like it's a panic mode. Ah! It's like, and my body doesn't even want these things. And that's another actually interesting thing. It's like, after I've completed the challenge, like my body didn't want any of the things that I wasn't having. And when I would have something, most of the times, like say chocolate, my body's like, ugh. And my mind's like, you can have it, have some. And I was noticing actually, I was doing a lot of the things out of my mind, like, because I can. And that's another perspective shift that I would love to deepen into, is like, it doesn't mean that I have to eat, like, what is this, how is the saying goes? It doesn't matter whether I can or not. Like, I don't have to know. It's another way. It doesn't mean that you have to if you can. Something along the lines. So anyway, a lot more to discover in my upcoming exploration, which I will be more intentional, more present. I'll be capturing my insights. I'll be capturing it in video, and I will be capturing it writing. And yeah, it's really teaching me to be more intentional with the things that I'm doing, the things that I'm undertaking, because what I'm noticing that it can become a bit of an ego game of like, oh, I'm doing this, look at me. And then it's just like just going through the motion. And it's like, it's not how I want to live life. I don't want to just like ticking off things. I want to embody them. So cheers to embodiment, and cheers to the new beginning. I got stuck in the middle of the gate with my too big umbrella. Cheers to embodiment, cheers to the new beginnings. And if you ever do or done the challenge, let me know your journey, your insights, and if you haven't done it, you're missing out on life. That's all I can say. It's one of the best things that I've done in my life. It's free, and it gives way more than the paid programs of all kinds. I'll link it down below. And there was something else that I wanted to share, but it's gone. So, I think I wanted to say that this is something I am committing to do yearly, at least 75 days. And actually this time around, I want to do the whole year. It has different phases, so that's my commitment. And I'm noticing how I'm resisting to declare that. But the thing is, like, it seems like it's hard. It actually, once you get a swing on it, it becomes easier. And it becomes kind of default in a good way. The cars are loud here, so I'm stopping. Maybe I'll walk the other way. It becomes just natural, I guess. So in my current state of mind, with all the habits that resurface back, they're like, no, don't do it for a year. But I know how I will feel at the end of it, and that I will want to carry on. Now knowing what I know, that I can carry on, because I didn't know before. And it was perfect because I needed this pause, this stop, this going back the old ways to start again. And that's the beauty and pain of life. Just like in meditation, like everything, what I'm discovering about life is like, start again, start again, start again, start again. And it's like, continuous restarting, continuous coming back into honor, and into doing what's honorable again and again and again and again. It's almost like the mind is just defaulted to trip us up, and it's this like bringing conscious awareness back to the present, back to what's important, back to it's not even default, it's like, I'm just trying to think of an analogy. It's like you have a gearbox, right? And there's like certain gears and they're like default, you cannot go anywhere else. And it's like the journey of growth requires like fucking destroying the gearbox and like destroying that default and like going beyond what's on the speed limit, because it's like it's capped, and you know, our potential is limitless and we're not bound by, there's no gearbox. We just need to realize that we can like rip it out and just be free. So I guess I'll stop there. I think that's wholesome and plentiful. And hopefully one day after a year, this time after a year, not hopefully, this time after a year, I'll be watching this and I'll be so proud of myself. Yeah. Okay, that's that.